Good morning and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing another cook with me. I have been meaning to do this video for so long, so I'm really glad that I'm finally getting around to doing it. So today we will be making a vegan chocolate cake. Now, I have never made this before. Someone I know has made this before, and oh my goodness, it was absolutely delicious. Now, the recipe, again, BBC Good Food, you know me, BBC Good Food all day long, and it's called Eggless Chocolate and Beetroot Blitz and Bake Cake, and it looks like this. The recipe isn't actually vegan. The recipe is just eggless. However, it's quite easy to make substitutes. You need 200 grams of natural yogurt, and instead we will be using, this is soya vanilla yogurt, and this is, as you can see, vegan. There's also dark chocolate, so it's pretty easy to pick up your own dark chocolate. And it also needs skimmed milk. However, again, we will just be using soya milk. So let's get right into it. Okay guys, so measured out all the ingredients, let's see what we've got. So here is 175 grams of vacuum packed beetroot, not in vinegar. That is key, not in vinegar. And over here we have 50 grams of cocoa powder. We have 175 grams of self-raising flour, and also 175 grams of sugar. The recipe says dark soft brown sugar. This is actually light soft brown sugar. We also have 100 ml oil. Again, the recipe actually says rapeseed oil. This is sunflower oil because my rapeseed oil has run out. We're gonna have 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and then 200 grams of soya yogurt. And obviously this one is vanilla. Okay. Let's get going. I'm gonna use our NutriBullet, and the recipe says to blitz the beetroot and then literally add in all the ingredients, and then that is the main cake done. Let's go for it, let's see what happens. I'm actually going to get the beetroot and cut it up and put it into the little NutriBullet container here, just to help it blitz a bit easier. Oops, gosh. I really don't want this to stain my top. Red is splattering everywhere and it literally looks like blood. Oh my gosh. Okay, and also I actually really struggled to find vacuum packed beetroot that wasn't in vinegar. This one just is literally, it says sweet natural juices on the packet, because I can imagine that if you make a chocolate cake with beetroot that has been juiced in vinegar, it's not going to taste very good. Now, I know the thought of beetroot in a chocolate cake is weird, but honestly, I have literally eaten this cake before that someone else has made, and it was delicious, and you couldn't taste the beetroot. If I hadn't been told there was beetroot in it, I literally would not have known. So just going to screw that on and pop it in. Okay, that is enough for now. So it's not completely puree, but I feel like it needs a little bit of liquid in here just to help it along. So I'm gonna pour in the oil, and I think let's put in the yogurt as well. I'm gonna need to scrape this out because I literally measured exactly 200 grams. And I know with baking, you've got to be pretty precise with your measurements. Okay, let's see. This is not going so well. I'm gonna have to blitz this and then put it in. We've got a bigger version of this because it's not gonna fit all the ingredients in. I'm such an idiot. I kind of thought, hey, I could just mix it by hand. Maybe I'll just mix the dry ingredients in by hand. Might do that. Let's see what happens with this. I think that is enough from that. I am going to get out my mixing bowl and just mix the rest in by hand, because that's what I'm used to anyway. Isn't that what baking is? Let's see. Okay, let's pour this in. Oh wow, that is like... It reminds me of Angel Delight. Oh, it smells nice. It smells like strawberries. How weird is that? I think it's the vanilla soy yogurt that's making it smell really sweet, because honestly, it honestly smells like strawberry flavouring. Should I try it? See what it tastes like. Okay, well that tastes like beetroot. Okay, let's put the rest of it in. Right, here we go. So in goes 50 grams of chocolate and all the sugar, all the flour. It's gonna get messy, isn't it? That's one thing that I watch all these people baking on YouTube, and they do it so neatly, and they have all of their ingredients measured out in cute little ramekins and whatnot. And it's just like, okay, let's pop this in and pop this in and pop this in, mix it up, and there you go, here's the cake, and doesn't it look amazing? I've got a long way to go if I'm ever gonna get to that point. But you know, I'm doing it for good fun, and I'm enjoying discovering yummy vegan treats at the moment. And this is part of the journey. And I'm just bringing you guys with me. So, you know, right, let's get mixing. Got my trusty wooden spoon. I'm gonna try and do this as neatly as possible without the powder just going poof everywhere. I think maybe if I mix in majority of the dry powder, then maybe I could get the electric whisk out and we'll have just prevented that initial poof. I am also hoping that I'm not negatively affecting this cake by mixing it and potentially whisking it opposed to blitzing it in a food processor. Like, I'm not a baker, guys. I don't know what difference these things make. And you know what? As much as I'd love to produce these cakes that look amazing, as long as it flipping tastes good, who cares, right? Okay, so this is what we've got at the moment. It's very thick. So, I think I'm gonna use the electric whisk. Oh. It would help if I turned it on, wouldn't it? Where's the on button? Oh. Plug's not on. Let's try again. Look at that. What do you reckon? Should I do another taste test? Let's see. Now, this is the complete mixture, so I'm flipping hoping it tastes good. Yeah, super rich. Wow, that does taste good. I'm glad I used that vanilla soy because I feel like that's added, I can really taste that. I feel like that's added quite a lot to it. So far so good, hey. I have decided that I am going to use my loaf tin for this. Looks like quite a lot of mixture, and I don't think the circular tin I've got is going to be big enough. Seems to be a common theme of the day, things not being big enough, but this is so easy because you can just pop this right in there, and I will just wipe around a little bit of flora just to ensure that it doesn't stick. Let's go ahead and pour it in. I think I need my wooden spoon again. Hopefully it won't go everywhere. Oh my goodness. Oh, it smells so sweet. And I can't help thinking that that is the beetroot that has made it smell so sweet. Let's hope when it's done, it does taste as good as it smells. That just tastes so rich. Look at this. Think it looks good? I do. It says 160 for about an hour. Is that 160? There we go. Let's turn you on. Oh, not on grill. Oops. Right. And in you go. Bye. Cook well, please. Thanks. I've now got like loads of curing up to do and it's so sad. Oh, I tidied the kitchen this morning and it was spotless. Why is that before baking? I don't know. But anyway. Oh, what's the time? What's the time? Okay, 1:10. Okay, I'll set a timer for 50 minutes, especially as I didn't preheat the oven. But to be fair, guys, I never do. Our oven is so hot. I find that if I preheat things, they burn. So maybe I'll check it after 45 minutes and see what the deal is. Cool. Right, tidying up time. Okie dokie. So my timer has just gone off. Yeah, the cake has been in the oven for 45 minutes. So I'm just gonna get my knife and do the knife test. Let's see. Guys, it's done. I can't believe it. The knife came out clean and it's not burnt, which is fantastic. See, I told you I've got a hot oven. Put it in for 15 minutes less than it said and didn't leave it to preheat. But look, I mean, we've got a bit of funky crackage going on there. But do you know what? I think that makes it look more homemade and appetizing personally. So now I've got to leave this to cool. Shall I make it now? I think I'll make the icing now. Let's do this. What have we got to do? I know that we just need icing sugar, cocoa powder, soya milk, and dark chocolate. Put the ingredients in a small saucepan, heat and whisk until smooth. Cool for 20 minutes. Here we go. All of the chocolate. Now, I had 80 grams of chocolate in the bar that I'd already opened, so I've just decided to do more chocolate than what it says. I'm sure it'll be fine. Can't go wrong with more melted chocolate. Can you? Is that kettle done? No. It would help if I boiled the kettle, wouldn't it? Mmm, look at that chocolate melting away. Delicious. And then over here we have got 100 grams of icing sugar. Then I just need to pop 1 tablespoon of cocoa powder in there. And oh, how much soy milk? It wasn't much. Was it like 3 tablespoons or something? I really don't think it was much. Yeah, 3 tablespoons. So I'll mix that all together first. And then it can be mixed in with the deliciousness over there. We're so nearly there. 1 nice big one. Now these spoons are a little bit smaller than a tablespoon, so I'm just going to kind of let it overflow like that. That should be fine. Okay, chocolate is looking good and melted. There we are. So now I'm just going to go ahead and pour this in. There we are. Just mix that all together. It's looking good. It smells amazing as well. Okay, so the recipe said to leave the icing to cool for 20 minutes, which is exactly what I've done. And now I'm going to try and get this onto here and then that onto that. And then it's done. Yes, straight out. Oof. And now I'm just going to pour this on. It looks pretty flipping good. I cannot wait to try some, but I'm gonna wait till this evening as I've got a nice little routine of at the very end of the day having a cup of tea with a biscuit or some kind of treat. So this will be what that is. So I will have to film the taste test later. I'm very chuffed with that. I think it looks fantastic. Much later on now, and it is time to finally try this chocolate cake. Do you want the end or do you want the middle bit?
Middle. This isn't made out of beetroot, is it? Hey!
That's just licking the icing.
That's tasting for the first time.
No, I had some icing earlier.
No. I think icing falls under the part of the cake.
I already knew what that tasted like. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's very rich.
Is it?
It's all good and stuck in my teeth. You know, it's like...
My time.
Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I like it. I'm not going to eat the rest of it now.
So, in conclusion, this cake was absolutely delicious. It was really rich, proper stodgy, and I'm really chuffed with it. And you literally cannot taste the beetroot. Can you, Dan?
No.
Yeah, really good. Recommend trying it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.